I'm glad my sister slept with my boyfriend. I sat at the dining table pushing food around my plate while my sister Christy talked about herself for the third time that hour. Christy had this way of making every dinner feel like her personal TED Talk. My boyfriend Leon sat next to me scrolling through his phone under the table. Lately, he'd been checking out mentally while I sat right next to him. Christy's boyfriend Mason sat across from me, arms crossed, watching her with the kind of tired expression that told me he'd heard whatever she was about to say at least 10 times before. So I've been thinking, Christy said. I have this idea. It's kind of crazy, but hear me out. Mason muttered, here we go, under his breath. I'd always thought Mason was quiet because he was boring. Now I was starting to think he was quiet because he'd learned that speaking up around Christy was pointless. I think you and I should swap boyfriends, Christy announced. I laughed out loud because there was no way she was serious. I looked at Leon expecting him to be laughing too. He wasn't. He had finally looked up from his phone and was watching Christy with more interest than he'd shown me in months. I'm serious, Christy continued. Think about it. Mason is so boring. No offense, babe. He never wants to do anything spontaneous. He just wants to stay home and watch movies and cook dinner. It's like dating a retirement home. Mason snorted quietly. Better than dating a tornado that destroys everything and calls it excitement. Christy ignored him completely. And Leon is adventurous. He's fun. We'd be way more compatible. I stared at her. You're insane. I'm practical, she replied. Why should we both be stuck in relationships that don't fit when we could just trade? Christy, that is genuinely the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say. Stop deflecting. I'm offering you an upgrade. She gestured toward Mason like he was a prize on a game show. Leon cleared his throat. I mean, it's not the worst idea. My whole body went cold. I turned to look at him so fast my neck cracked. Excuse me? He shrugged. One of those lazy, careless shrugs that made me want to throw my fork at his face. What? Might be fun to try something different. We've been together 2 years, Bailey. Things get stale. I had noticed things weren't great. I just thought it was something we'd fix together, not something he'd use as an excuse to trade me in for my sister. Christy clapped her hands together. See? Leon gets it. Come on, Bailey. 1 month. If it doesn't work out, we switch back and forget it ever happened. No harm done. No, I said. Because it's crazy. Because you're my sister. Pick a reason. She rolled her eyes. God, you're so dramatic. Mason doesn't care. Right, babe? Mason looked directly at me. Something flickered behind his eyes. Exhaustion. Maybe amusement. Maybe pity. Whatever makes this dinner end faster. Christy beamed like he'd just proposed. See? She reached into her designer purse and pulled out a folded piece of paper. I even drafted a little contract. 1 month minimum. No backing out early. No running to mom and dad. We all agree to give it a real shot. She slid the paper across the table toward me. Come on, Bailey. Live a little. Unless you're scared Mason won't like you. That was the trap. Christy had been pushing my buttons since we were kids, and she knew exactly where every single one was located. The smart move was to grab Leon and walk out and never speak of this ridiculous idea again. But Leon was already reaching for the pen. Leon, I said sharply. Don't you dare. He signed his name without hesitation, without even glancing at me. Like I wasn't sitting right there. Like 2 years meant absolutely nothing. Relax, babe, he said, sliding the paper to Christy. It's just a month. Might be good for us. Might be good for us. Like I was the problem. Like our relationship was stale because of something I did wrong. 2 years I had given him. 2 years of excusing his laziness and his selfishness and his inability to make me feel like a priority. And this was how he repaid me, by signing away our relationship without a second thought. Christy signed next. Then Mason signed with a quick scribble, still looking vaguely amused. They all turned to look at me. Bailey, Christy said sweetly. Poison wrapped in honey. Don't be the only one who ruins this. I should have walked away. I should have told every single one of them to rot. But Leon had signed that paper like he'd been waiting for an escape hatch, and something about that made me refuse to be the pathetic one begging him to stay. I grabbed the pen, signed my name in hard, angry strokes, then threw the pen onto the table so hard it bounced. Christy smiled. That perfect, practiced smile that never once reached her cold eyes. Trust me, she said. This is going to be the best thing that ever happened to you. She had no idea how right she was. You see, I signed that contract thinking I was the one getting screwed over. My boyfriend wanted out so badly he agreed before I could even say no, and now I was stuck with some stranger my sister called boring. But here's what my sister didn't know. Her boring, safe, not exciting enough boyfriend, he was hiding something that was about to flip this entire situation on its head, and the second she found out she was going to lose her mind.